Hola and welcome. So, we're in Barcelona at the Immersive Rock Museum, the Rock and Roll Museum, Guitar Legends Hall of Fame, something like that. Let's go check it out. Thoughts on LED fretboards? Yes or no? Wow. That's a pretty big Les Paul. Gibson one as well. Pretty cool. So apparently, well, there's Yoshi. This is the 50s section, blues. Voila. Okay, so straight away I've spotted something that is not 50s blues. There's a Ibanez GS Chrome Boy. Pretty sure that's not blues. That's pretty cool. Right, I've decided to stop commentary and I'm just going to listen to the headset thing, the tour. And yeah, just take you around every now and again. Alright? Cool. But don't worry, it's Steve here from the future and we're going to head into the 1950s blues section. So yeah, I've switched to me doing a voiceover here because I just wanted to enjoy the tour using the headset supplied and whatnot, which is pretty cool. So you basically get your headset and a wee, almost looks like a mobile phone kind of thing. It's a cool wee venue there. Oh, I'll probably say cool a lot. Anyway, because you're not getting to hear what's going on in the headset, I'm going to give you some alternative facts. And you, like look, this is this guy here, Buddy Guy. Very famous Canadian guitar player. I mean, I'm assuming he's Canadian, that's the most Canadian name I've ever heard in my life.
Don't call me your guy. I am not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
And then there's BB King. See Yoshi there, what she just did? That was her just touching the little sensor there. And then it plays an audio file and you get a little bit more information about the guitar. Look at that headstock. Beautiful. So yeah, some of these guitars are original. That one there says it's a replica, but some are like the real deal. I'll try and tell you which ones as we go. And there's me using the dongle thing now. Look, it's like a little iPhone thing. And it just plays an audio file. You just touch it on the sensor, press play, and it gives you a wee story about the guitar. And there is, I think that's Take That. Yeah, a very famous band back in the day. Eric Clapton there, of course, playing his signature Gibson hollow body that he's known for. Is it LP something? I can't remember. It said something in the audio thing, but I forgot already. But it was great. And then of course we've got Marty McFly, signature model Gibson. And yes, it does tell you about how this guitar wasn't really invented until a few years later, after 1958 and all that jazz. You know what I mean, you know the story. But yeah, it's still cool. All the information's there. And then this is looking like a bit of a 1950s blues bar kind of vibe. Almost a bit like BB King's if you've ever been to one of those clubs. And it looks like they do gigs here. See, they've got the stage and the kit and stuff. So it was the 1950s. Now we're heading up to TV 60s, number 2. See, the floor tiles tell you where to go. So we kind of head back towards the entrance, through this gift shop area, a load of symbols and mugs, all that jazz. And then we do a 180 here. And then I'll put you back to Steve from at the time. Is this the stairway to heaven? Oh god, that's terrible, sorry. Oh, speeds up when you get on. That's cool. There's that Gibson. Anybody know this guy? I don't recognise him. It looks like somebody stole his guitar. Hope he gets it back. So we're in the 1960s TV section, and I just thought it was a cool, what would we call it, an exhibit for a museum. Got all the old school TV screens there, all the legendary performers. Some of them there maybe look like they're not from the 60s, but you get the idea. And it basically talks here about the sort of impact that TV had on a lot of these performers back in the 60s and beyond. There's that big Gibson headstock again. It's quite intimidating. Hello there. There we go, fill in it. Gary Moore from Thin Lizzy. Tells you a little bit about them, a little bit about the guitars, and then we'll actually get to see the guitars. Are these originals? Maybe, can't remember. This one looks like it might be an original because you get to see, let's zoom in down here, picture of Gary Moore actually playing this guitar at some performance. Looks outdoor, looks like he got a nice day, lucky him. Could do a wee dust on the headstock there, but makes it look more legit, does it? You can see right through that. There you go. For the bass fans and the Thin Lizzy fans. Awesomes. More TVs. There's Yoshi enjoying some 1960s television. Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, some other guy. Oh, must be Little Richard, is it? There's Little Yoshi. Hello! Okay, so now we've got someone I didn't recognise, new to me. With it being in Barcelona, this Juan Valdivia could well be someone from famous in Barcelona. Let me know in the comments if you know. You ever heard of this guy? It's a nice Strat nonetheless. Beautiful. Maple board. Yes please, very 70s looking. I forgot we're in the 60s bit, but you know what I mean. Gibson Les Paul. That looks like that ticks all the boxes. Same guy, Juan Valdivia. That's what I said. We've got another, probably a local guy I'm assuming, Carlos Rea. Please excuse my ignorance. It looks like they're maybe waiting on getting some guitars from these people I've not heard of. Now this next bit is quite interesting. Got some virtual reality, the future. So as you can imagine, pick up the headset, stick it on, and you get a cool wee VR show. It was very cool. I would highly recommend checking this out. Get yourself to Barcelona, the Immersive Rock Museum. Check this stuff out for yourself, and you'll get the real facts instead of my fake news. So here we go, 1960s festival scene. This was such a cool little display, exhibit. It was a way more cooler being there at the time. The room kind of filled you. Let's check it out. This display went on for quite a while and there was a lot more to it, but I thought I would just show you some of it. Don't want to spoil the whole thing, you know. Like I say, get yourself to Barcelona, check it out. That guy didn't look anything like Jimi Hendrix. Oh, there he is. So you're obviously talking about festivals, they're talking about Woodstock, how couldn't you? And various other festivals through time. All the way up to our modern day festivals. How cool is that, eh? Love it. Yoshi loves it too. Go on yourself, Yoshi. See, you need to be able to hear it to experience it properly. the sounds you're hearing are not the sounds that were going on there in the headset. It was much more appropriate. Psychedelic, man. Love it. This is another cool exhibit. This is just the opposite side of that screen there in a wee camper van. Going to see some more cool pieces. Neil Sean guitars, Santana. Love it. Heard of any of these guys before? They're all new to me. Never heard of any of them. There we go. Some more guitars there. That looks like that's signed by Joe Perry. Awesomes. I'm willing to bet that that is not an original Hendrix Strat. Could be wrong, but it's very unlikely. It's definitely the vibe though. I've always liked the 70s headstock, the big oversized one. It reminds me of Hendrix vibes. It's strung the wrong way around, I like it. What do you think? You like it? Let me know in the comments. 70s headstocks. Okay, I think we're about to get out of the festivals section. Just checking at the back of that van there, just in case, you never know. And they're about to go to the next section, the 1970s record stores. But just before that, let's have a wee break. Remember to hit like if you're enjoying the video, alright? Here we go. Record stores, this is a cool one. Look at all these album covers. How many of these do you have? Do you own any of these? Album art is just so cool, isn't it? So many iconic images here. By the way, at this point, something happened to my camera when I placed it down and it put the angle off, and I tried to fix it in the edit. I actually thought my camera was broken. Turns out it was fine, but a lot of the rest of the video is at this weird angle, so apologies about that. Okay, there's a nice V. Paco Ventura, it's another person I'm not familiar with. If you are, let us know all about them in the comments. I'm assuming it's another local hero from Spain maybe, I'm not sure. Gary Moore, another guy I've never heard of. Anybody heard of Gary Moore? No? Oofed. Not big on Les Pauls, but that is absolutely beautiful. Yes. Yes. Stunning. Davy Gilmour, Pink Floyd. Rings a bell. Classic Strat there. If I remember correctly, I think his original was red, wasn't it? And then tried to paint it black, so it actually looks kind of brown. If I remember correctly. Not sure. Davey Knopfler. I think we're familiar with Dave Knopfler, yeah? No? Has a very famous brother, David Hasselhoff. That's how that works, I think. And by the way, each one of these albums in the tray there, you can lift them up and do your QR code and it'll play you like sections from the album. Pretty cool. So they must have like the rights or something to play the stuff. You could spend ages in here. This is quite a quick walkthrough we did, and they said that the tour should last about 2 hours. We probably did it in about, I don't know, 90 minutes, but that was with filming as well, so could have spent a lot longer. Especially if you stopped to do all of the audio things. We didn't do every one. I would highly recommend checking it out. Have I said that yet? How many of these albums have you got? Come on. Have you got any of these albums? Legendary. Right, any guesses what these instruments belong to? If you couldn't already see the names. Oh, I think maybe got some spoilers there. There we go. Matthias Jabs, Billy Gibbons, Cliff Williams, Scorpion, ZZ Top, AC/DC. Can't get more iconic than that. It's a Hall of Fame of rock and roll right there. Oofed. Classy artwork on that Gibson there. MTV. This is my era. Late 80s, early 90s. This is where they've got, in my opinion, a lot of the coolest guitars, and they've got some proper originals here. There's Chris Hemsworth of Marvel's Thor fame, playing his classic Les Paul Bullseye. Have I said very cool yet, by the way? Apologies. Here we go. Classic. Richie Sambora. This one is signed, and this also might be an original. That one was actually owned by Richie Sambora. That one's a bit intense. Anybody know the artist before it comes up? Who is it? There you go. Dode Dokken. Well, this riff sounds a bit familiar. Smoke on the Water, anyone? Europe, John Norum. Classic. Flying V. Yes. Not usually my thing's Flying Vs, but it's just cool to see these iconic guitars. There's a familiar looking headstock. I think we know the story about Bigsby headstock. Fender maybe borrowed from it, because it's like a music notation, crotchet, quaver even. Pennell Thompson, The Cure. Never really got into The Cure. How about you? You like The Cure? Now I don't recognise this one. This is another foreign name here, so possibly another local legend. Completely ruined this guitar. Looks like he's put loads of tape on it or something. Could have been such a nice Strat, like a Hank Marvin kind of thing, but just absolutely ruined it. Disappointing. No doubt he never amounted to anything. Or maybe he did, seeing he's in this Hall of Fame. Anywho. Little Stevie Vai. What a nice little boy. And look, there's a handwritten card from the man himself. And you can see here there the model name of the guitar, the Gem 2K DNA. So this is one of the few gems where Steve Vai actually, did he put some vials of blood in with the paint or something? So it's got his DNA in there. I kind of knew that before this museum visit, but I think it reinforced it. The information was good here. Let's see if there's anybody else we spot here on the screen. And look, do you know who that is? That young person there. That's none other than Thomas McRocklin of McRocklin fame. Ha, so cool to see him. So there you go, McRocklin. You made it to the Barcelona Immersive Rock Museum. Good on you, mate. There we go, we've got the Randy Rhodes. Do we even call it a V? I don't know if it's a V. I would call it a V because I'm ignorant, but that's what it is. Another classic Strat. Is this a Blackmore? Who does this belong to? It is Richie Blackmore, yes. 1977. And there's more. Right, 10 points if you can tell us what this guitar is. Go, 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 go. So yeah, Robert Smith The Cure, but what is the model? Anybody know what it is? Okay, we're kind of seeing it was a Schecter, but there we go. I really like that headstock, sorry, but I like weird headstocks. Always have. 2 and 4, eh? Bit different. So here we've got Chris Cornell of Soundgarden fame. I think that's really cool. I love that. It's olive. It looks like an olive kind of green. And Trons, yes. And the trem. Good on you, Chris Cornell. Love it. It's my kind of thing. Okay, so we're heading into the stadium section. So now we're looking at the massive stadium rock bands. The ones who gave really massive iconic performances. There you go, you might recognise that guy. I think that's Ed Sheeran. So there was another display there, a video that you could watch, but we skipped over that. Right, there's Kirk Hammett of Metallica. Another nice Les Paul. Not my kind of thing usually, but there we go. And here we've got another almost V type thing. Death Magnetic. Alright mate, whatever you like. As long as you're happy. Jimmy Paggi. For when one neck is just not enough, best get yourself another one. And while you're at it, chuck another set of strings on it. Because 18 strings is what it's all about. Dave Mustaine, there we go. Look at that. I think that might be the only Dean that we get to see in the whole place. I'm not a massive fan of Megadeth or Metallica, but if I had to choose, I'll go with Megadeth. Prefer Dave Mustaine. What do you think? Come on, it's a huge divide there, isn't it? Never been into Metallica. Anyway, what we're looking at now? Slash. Never heard of him. Is he any good? Anybody ever heard of Slash? Now there's an icon, Angus Young. Now could you get more iconic than an Angus Young SG? Right, that's got to be the most blingingest guitar that we've seen so far. What do you expect from Paul Stanley though, eh? Don't recognise this one. Is that a Strat or something, is it? Looks like in between a Strat and a Les Paul. I'm only joking, come on. We all know what it is. It's the Red Special. Stunning. We'll have to know what one that is it? Obviously not the original, but is it one of Brian's? Probably not. I've got information on this, so I'll maybe put it on the screen. This looks cool. This has got to be somebody good just after seeing Brian May, Angus Young and Paul Stanley. Who's this next guitar legend? Oh, okay. Bono. Right. Well, I can't lie, it's a pretty cool guitar. I do like it. Richie Sambora, of course, taking stage left to Bono, of course. Not so keen on this one. What do you think? I mean, when I think of Sambora, I think of the Stars and the Floyd Rose, but not loving that one. So there you go. That was from actually Richie Sambora's personal collection. So one of his. Makes sense why it would be in the museum, doesn't it? So this next wee section, it's the most modern part of the tour, and it's showing us how guitars look in these days with modern guitar icons and that, and a lot of them have came from social media. Even platforms like this one right here, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTokies, Bebo, MySpace, MSN Messenger, All these bands have got, well, maybe not Muse, but you get the idea. So yeah, there's a lot of cool visuals in this whole place. And then what comes up next is something pretty special, in my opinion. Right, let's see what you think of this. Controversial one. Hello Yoshi, you enjoying it so far? You're enjoying it, yeah, of course you are. So we've got a bit of a controversial one here. It's the hologram concerts. That was Dode Harrison there. Georgie boy. Who have we got now? Can't deny it's pretty cool. What do you think? Sorry, my camera's kind of stuck in a weird position. Couldn't fix it. And of course the audio was playing. It would have sounded something like a 035 0365 03530. There we go. Oh, that's that stripey guitar from earlier on. Bold move. Playing the guitar in your pyjamas, but whatever you like. Awesome. And of course that would have been a riff that you would have known as well. Name that riff. You recognise it? Awesome. And then there's Lenny Kravitz, of course. I know it's not Lenny Kravitz. Come on. Calm down with the keyboard there. You can stop writing that comment right now. There we go. Jimi Hologram Hendrix. What do you reckon? Would you go and see a hologram show if you got to see some of these icons? Close as you're going to get. This could be the future. So, this is pretty much the end of the tour. Obviously, I've just shown you in like about 30 minutes or however long this is, but listen, if you're in the area, if you want to hear all the proper facts and see a really good tour, and it's not expensive, I think we were about 15 euros each or something, and I thought it was great value. I think the girl on the desk said we got a little bit of a discount. I don't know why, but yeah, I would pay double easily for 2 hours of this and think it was still good value. Let's get back to Steve from the time. Okay, so that was the Immersive Rock and Roll Museum in Barcelona. Pretty cool, eh? Definitely worth checking out if you ever find yourself in the area. Pretty loud and noisy outside, but inside it's also loud and noisy, but you get your headphones and headset on. Awesome stuff. Thanks for watching. Until next time. See you later.